Hello and welcome back to the Guns and Glory Show. It's December 16th, 2025. I'm about to make an FPV pontoon boat, 3D printed. And right now, it's setting up the table to print the cover. Printing that cover. I just noticed something. There aren't any fan covers here in the projects menu. So I guess I'll just have to make some. Try this one again. The first one broke apart when I was trying to get the supports off of it. Hopefully we'll have better luck with it this time. Been working on this SS FPV pontoon boat thing, and I had to change a couple things on it. The pontoons don't have a way to connect them very well. So what I did is I connected them in mesh boolean, and then I cut them in half again. And this time I added the connecting pieces, these three little pucks. Should have been done to begin with. I was going to do a dovetail, but I don't think the feature is available anymore. These propeller cowls I had to increase by, I think, 115 or to 115% rather. Now it'll fit the 3-bladed 5-inch master air screw propellers. Making some real progress with the SS FPV. Got the motors bolted to the engine shrouds, and the engine shrouds are bolted to the hull. I got a little bit too focused on this project and forgot about the video. However, the motor wires both come in a little hole at the bottom of the hull, sealed up with hot glue. It's just how everything's attached to with hot glue because you can unstick it later. The receiver's sitting in the back, the antenna's up on the fan shrouds, and with a Y connector and a switch, that'll go over here. That'll leave me room for the camera right in the center. And oh yeah, I 3D printed that battery mount. It used to be a receiver mount for a TDR-10, but I made it bigger, changed it up a little bit to fit the batteries, and then I wound up making like 5 of them for all the different sizes. Well, I got this thing wired up, and it's a little loud. So that's how we're going to control it. And it's got enough juice to go. I think it's going to be fast. I added a pair of RC switches over there on the right. And I got one channel for headlights. And I got another channel. I got a green one over there and a red one over there, and I hope I got them on the right side because I don't know a whole lot about boats. I'm about to attach the pontoons to the hull. I had it floating in that bucket in the shower a second ago. That way I could establish the center of balance by moving it back and forth. They wanted it mounted way back that way, according to the mounting holes in the frame and in the pontoon, but if I line up that hole in the pontoon with that hole in the frame, this thing floats very nicely. I'm waiting on a part for the 3D printer to show up so that I can finish the mount for the camera. It'll just sit on top right there. I think after I get the primary hole in the back lined up, because there's actual support under it, the best way to locate that one is to warm this up with a torch and just dot that pontoon just a little bit. Make sure that's right where you want it. We're not going to try to pierce it here. Well, it did anyway. Okay, fine. I guess I'll do the other side if that's easy. My concern here, however, is that I want to attach this with heat set inserts. And like I started to say, there's enough material where he'd intended to put a screw there, but there. But there probably isn't enough material for this thing to grab. I don't have it out yet. There's a soldering iron with a tip on it that'll fit that. And then you just press that in. It's threaded inside, and then you can put a bolt on it. And that's how I've attached it here and here. This is the tip for the soldering iron that goes with the heat set insert. You just warm it up a little bit and press it into the plastic, and it gives you a good anchor point for a bolt. I was just about to put those in here, and I can't get the pontoons off because I seem to have welded that right there. It's a good thing I had them in the right spot. I think the best way to do that is just to continue to fail upwards, warm this up, and I'll punch that through in several locations, effectively welding it together. Plan B. Well, that thing floats really well. It's the 27th of February, 2026 in the Upper Peninsula, so we can't exactly take it out to the water right now, but like I said earlier, let's see if it'll work in the snow. Might be a little bit too cold for that duck. It's all fun and games until somebody turns on that fan back there. Quack. Well, it is now April 21st, 2026. We got the FPV out of the pond, which is flooded massively. Anyway, I'm gonna go float my boat. Oh, it didn't work in the snow very well. Maybe if it had a hard crust of ice on top, but it just made noise. All right, let's try out this ship, have a look around. We'll shove off. Got itself off the shore. Sure wish I had that ND filter that I smashed against that tree last week. It would have helped with that sparkling in the trees over there. I'm still just trying to figure out how to make the boat go at this point. It's not that it's disorienting, it's just sensitive. We'll bring it back in. The water's cold, I don't want to go get it. Well, the O3 overheated for a minute, so I had to shut everything down, bring it in, recharge it, and in a minute we'll go out for another fantastic voyage. Everything's recharged and cooled off. Let's try again. I feel like I've got a little bit better control of the ship this time. For one thing, I don't know a whole lot about a boat. Like I said earlier, in about a half an hour, I'll get more time in this boat than I've had in any other. Well, you said this pedal boat, and I put a trolling motor on it. It's funny, the cops were out on the lake looking at us, like really funny. They couldn't figure out how I was going against the wind in a pedal boat. Had the battery located behind the seat. Let's try to go in a little deeper. That little duck seems to be enjoying his ride. That's my sitting rock to the right. I usually sit on that boulder, except that we have this flood right now, and like the whole place is sunk. I need to get the air unit off of this boat and into the Titan and see if I can fly it today. It was calm. It was a little breeze, but calm. Bring it in. All right, let's try again. I don't know what else to do for the audio here. I would have some really awesome music, but YouTube and their censorship, you know, they're largely what's responsible for the ruination of this nation. At the end of this, we're going to see how fast this thing will go on the way back. Right now we're in about 8 feet of water. It's about 3 feet higher than normal. I'm going to get the excavator and remove that bank, shove it in that direction, and then go deeper right here, as deep as I can get it to go. And then I'm going to put the fence all the way around it and fence in this whole pond. If I can get it to go deep, maybe it'll hold water all year. Otherwise, I'm going to try some pond sealer. Okay, let's go. or some bentonite clay. Either way, I love having a pond. Well, it's definitely controllable. It's a little bit harder to drive than I thought, but it's definitely something that can be learned and probably rather quickly. This is fun. We'll do it again.